WVEC-TV, Hampton.
Here we go.
This is Jeff McKay, ABC News.
Well, before it's over, this storm may be one for the record books. Even so, it will probably have a hard time topping the blizzard of '89.
Yeah, Mike Gooding takes a look back at how people, including himself, managed to get through it.
A once-in-a-century storm is what the Virginian pilot called it. An unexpectedly heavy two-day blizzard in February 1989 made Hampton Roads the snow capital of the East, the pilot reported. The National Weather Service recorded 15.4 inches of snowfall during that winter blast, which lasted from February 17th to February 19th. In other words, exactly 36 years ago to this very day. So what did your boy do? Something you can't do now. I went skiing at Mount Trashmore before it got outlawed.
Okay, so it's not Vail, but it is the best thing we've got going around here, and besides, I didn't want to let the kids have all the fun today.
In fact, before that February was over, there'd be much more frozen fun. Hampton Roads got walloped with 24 inches of the white stuff in all, the most in a single month on record ever. Photographer Mike Babcock and I decided to go check out some locals who deliberately avoided being out in the elements. They were staying warm with some cool beverages inside the Willoughby Inn in Ocean View.
How long you been here today?
Oh, since about 10 o'clock this morning.
How long are you going to be here?
Until they throw me out.
I couldn't blame him. Mike Gooding, 13 News Now.
How about that? Mike Gooding on some skis.
Hey, Mike Gooding on some skis and Mike Gooding with the mustache?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Ron Fanning has no choice. He's made an oath to make his daily rounds in the West Ghent neighborhood of Norfolk, no matter what.
Neither rain, nor sleet, nor snow will stop us from our appointed rounds.
But Fanning ran into plenty of company along the way, some armed and dangerous. Folks braved the snow in all sorts of vehicles, the four-wheeled kind, the two-wheeled kind, and the three-wheeled kind. There weren't only human kinds facing the elements. Meet Rocky the Wonder Dog, the canine that conquered Mount Trashmore.
He loved it, though. I wish I could have seen the expression on his face, but...
The white stuff brought out a lot of kids, too, young and old.
I'm a kid. I'm just another kid out here.
Some of the kids like Wetchell used old-fashioned sleds to make their way down Mount Trashmore, while others like surfers Bob Copley and Dan Dunn dug into their summer beach stuff for all seasonal use.
They're just real slick on the bottom. You just take a run and jump and slide real easy. And you pack it down and it forms like ice sheets on the mountain.
Whatever the method, snowboarding, boogie boarding, Volkswagen boarding on the hood of a '69 Bug, or torpedo boarding, it was all downhill going, and there was little thought that today's snow is tomorrow's slush. Laura Taylor, 13 News, Virginia Beach.
This is Velma's Scape on the peninsula. The deep blanket of snow was a beautiful sight for residents able to stay indoors or just wanted to get outdoors for a little fun.
I went swimming 3 days ago. Now I'm playing in the snow, so it's quite this extremes for me.
It was also a quick extreme for the driver of this four-wheel drive vehicle who lost control on Jefferson Avenue in Newport News.
You hit the shoulder and she just went in. It's the way it goes. I was supposed to be going and making money, but now it looks like I'm going to be paying some money.
This was, however, a good day for the towing business, even though road crews started sanding and clearing away snow as early as 8 o'clock last night.
It is not getting a bit better. We are strictly dedicating our efforts to the arterial roads, and we will continue on. We know of no relief in sight at this time, and we just have to continue doing the best we can.
By mid-afternoon, up to 12 inches of snow had fallen on the peninsula, and the stuff is still coming down. The heavy snow caught many people ill-equipped in more ways than one. Grocery stores were packed with the normal Saturday crowd, plus those stocking up in case there's a big freeze.
I wanted to beat the snow before it got too deep.
Yeah.
But it don't look like I made it.
This weather is a sharp contrast from just a few days ago. Perhaps this is how Old Man Winter gets the last laugh. Velma Escape 13 News on the Peninsula. Accidents like these best reflect the problems and injuries that accompanied the 16 inches of snow that covered much of the peninsula. And those unlucky drivers are now creating a backlog of business for some auto repair shops.
People are just coming by and seeing kind of what damage they do have, and hopefully they can handle it. If not, they're going to go to their insurance companies. But most of it's just been light, small. But there is a lot of them out there. Sure, our business has probably been twice as strong this morning as it ever is on a Monday.
Those without fender benders to worry about spent today clearing off any remaining snow and ice from driveways and sidewalks.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't have to get out in all this snow this morning.
Have you had enough?
Oh, yes, plenty. Gracious plenty.
Even the biggest snow enthusiasts could say we got plenty of the white stuff. There was so much snow combined with ice that some large trees snapped like toothpicks. But only in a few instances did fallen branches damage homes. If you happen to be one of those few, a Peninsula Insurance Agency suggests that you take care of the work right away.
Do any emergency repairs they need to do to the building, and so that you won't cause any further damage to the property that you have.
Fortunately, it didn't get cold enough for pipes to freeze and break. But should it happen next time, home insurance has you covered. Velma Escape 13 News on the Peninsula. Two snowstorms within a week have created shortages with some snow removal equipment. If you take the time to shop around, you should be able to find sand or ice melting chemicals. But if you need a shovel, you may be looking for a long time.
Last time I drove to work all the way to Williamsburg, all the way back, drove around all day, and I got home and got stuck in my driveway. So I decided before it got a little deeper I'd come and look for a snow shovel this time. But no luck.
Most hardware stores sold their last shovel this past weekend, and there just hasn't been time to restock.
Have shovels tomorrow. Got a big shipment coming tomorrow. So we'll be ready for the next big snow.
The bigger one here is, like I said, is 22,600 BTU.
Whenever we do get the next big snow, John Cheevers will be ready. Not knowing how long his electricity will be out, he decided to invest in a kerosene heater now, so he and especially his wife will be warm later.
She's pregnant. She's doing another 4 months. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry about it too much, because she's pretty hardy, but with being pregnant, I don't want to take a chance.
Another business was just as busy as the hardware store. Boots really took off at the A&N. This couple bought 4 pairs.
When people come in, what are they basically saying? Lead me to the boots?
Exactly. I need them. I'm a carpenter, and sure enough, you got to keep out of the weather. So this is the buy.
Good buys that won't be around much longer with current weather conditions. Velma Escape 13 News, Hampton.
They wouldn't think of letting a little thing like a blizzard get in the way at this place. Hospitals are closed, schools are closed, government's closed, places of business are closed, shopping malls are closed, movie theaters are closed, but the Willoughby Inn restaurant and bar, it's not closed.
Be happy, don't worry, be happy now.
In fact, they don't seem to worry about much in here, certainly not the snow. How long you been here today?
Oh, since about 10 o'clock this morning.
How long you gonna be here?
Until they throw me out.
But that's not too likely at the Willoughby Inn, where everyone, it seems, is treated like family. The Willoughby has been racking up big sales on crummy days like this for years. They never close. How come?
The owners are out of town.
And patrons say there's no better way to get their minds off what's happening outside. What are you doing to keep warm here?
Cold beer. Plenty of it.
Don't worry, be happy now.
In fact, after a few hours at this place, you might even think it's July. Mike Gooding, 13 News, Norfolk.
In the summer, the ocean usually complements the beach scene, but now it's taken a violent role with the snowstorm, battering the beach until it's almost non-existent. Tourists gaze out of the window of a resort hotel, reluctant to face piercing winds. Most are here to see the CIAA tournament in Norfolk. At least they were.
Try to enjoy some of the parties and have a good time, but this here looks like it's going to shut me down. I don't know. Just may not be able to do anything else.
Taking a chance if you try to drive on some of this stuff.
So this thing is the weather's cramping your style.
Oh, of course, of course.
Tourists don't have to fight these blizzard-like conditions if they don't want to. But despite this raging wind, snow, and sleet, some people have to come out, no questions asked, and they'll do whatever they can to get where they have to go. That's the case at Virginia Beach General Hospital. It's hard to imagine what a hospital would be like without its medical staff, so maintenance employees had to come to the rescue of nurses who could not drive through the snow on their own.
Well, we had between 5 and 6 people running today, and we picked up between 25 and 30 of the nurses.
The ice, yeah, and I don't feel comfortable with the wind blowing.
Some people failed to stock the refrigerator the day before the storm, so they had to brave violent winds today. This grocery store was down to its last batch of milk and uncertain if a delivery would be made today. The beach may be paralyzed by the storm, but its residents are still functioning, even if it hurts. Sheldon Ingram, 13 News, Virginia Beach.
These are the people working today, people like Postman Bill Shoemate. He took the postal oath to deliver the mail no matter what, and today he lived up to it.
I just started out doing mail delivery, so this could be one of my worst days.
And bagger Sean Robertson kept things moving too at the local grocery store as he collected carts in practice for the next Winter Olympics.
I was in bed asleep, and Mom came and told us no school, and the work had called, and she kind of forced me to go in, but it's not that bad. I need the money.
The sign at this gas station says, "Service is our business." And for the workers here, that means to go on no matter what, whether it's high winds or snow. Jim Minson was at the Shell station to check under the hood, pump gas, and help motorists get where they wanted to go.
You got your heat, you got your cold. It's just another day, that's all.
A lot of people shoveled snow, plowed it, so we could keep moving. Work went on, and so did life. Some nurses at Virginia Beach General worked around the clock in labor and delivery, taking care of mothers and their newborns.
These babies do need someone to care for them and rock them and love them.
So you're here, huh?
I'm here.
They took special care of Amber Wood, the daughter of one of our producers here at 13 News. All of these people took care of us today, including Carl at the local 7-Eleven store on Bonnie Road. He had one of the most important jobs, helping customers warm up with a hot cup of coffee. In Virginia Beach, Michael Barnes, 13 News.
For most, this probably was the extent of their fun today, slip-sliding around neighborhood streets. 16-year-old Tammy Doorband even managed to find a little fun in doing this.
I guess, yeah. It's not too bad.
Well, it's not too good either, is it?
Well, I like the snow, so I don't mind being out.
But for the few, the brave, the real fun was here at Mount Trashmore. They brought their boogie boards, they brought their sleds. Roger Tucker even brought his all-weather Wonder Pooch Champ.
I had him out on a boogie board at the beach, so I figure if he can boogie board, then he can definitely ski on a hydro slide of it.
But because schools had to close, you can bet they didn't bring their textbooks. That's just how Charles Simpson liked it.
But think of all the fun you're missing in school.
No, no fun. I ain't missing nothing.
I've determined that the average age out here is about 30. So we're just a bunch of big kids out here having a good time. And hey, you don't get conditions like this all the time. So what the heck?
So what the heck? That's what I said, and up the hill I trudged to join in. The conditions were lousy, but the price was right. And since fun was what this story was supposed to be about in the first place, well, it's a tough job, but somebody had to do it.
Okay, so it's not Vail, but it is the best thing we've got going around here, and
Besides, I didn't want to let the kids have all the fun today. Mike Gooding, 13 News at Mount Trashmore in Virginia Beach.
Nothing's going to go out of here for United Express today. We've got ice and snow on the runway that it's coming down faster than we can get it off.
In fact, ticket agents at Patrick Henry International Airport in Newport News were so pessimistic about the weather, they started rebooking passengers for tomorrow at midday.
Right now, everything is closed down, and we're trying to get to Houston and from there into Louisiana, so maybe tomorrow.
By tomorrow, maybe the planes and runways will be just fine. Maybe the interstates, too. They were impassable and impossible much of the day, with visibility about a car length at one point. To give you an idea what travel conditions were like, our top speed on the interstate was 35 miles an hour, but more like an average of 20. And a half-an-hour trip to Williamsburg today took an hour and a half. Even the truck drivers, who usually plow through anything, weren't moving. In some cases, literally. Where's your truck now?
It's out there stuck in the parking lot.
What's it going to take to get out?
$20.
These drivers weren't playing cards for money, but they were trying to pass the time. They said they were here for the duration of the storm.
Slows us down. Sometimes it just stops us altogether, you know. It's just too dangerous.
Blistering cold temperatures overnight turn snow into layers of ice. In some areas, motorists are lucky if their tires can make direct contact with the pavement. So at times, driving is quite risky. More so on less frequently traveled side streets where the ice seems impenetrable, an inconvenience to say the least.
I had to park 2 blocks away from where I live because I couldn't parallel park into some of the parking places, so I just had to drive around until I found some place I could slide into.
The streets in our area are recovering fairly well. Just as long as motorists can make it to the main roads, driving conditions will be fair. However, while some may be annoyed by conditions, it sort of tickles the fancy of others.
You like riding on the ice and all that stuff?
Yeah, if you go really slow, it's okay, but it's exciting. I went out yesterday when it was blizzarding, and it was like an adventure at the supermarket.
Another major concern is the sidewalks. Some people may try walking rather than driving as a safer measure. But with cakes of ice on sidewalks, even walking is risky. These 3 men are trying to help where they can.
Ain't no crime against shoveling snow. The good Lord put it here. Good Lord put us here, so we moving it for the good Lord.
Sheldon Ingram, 13 News, Norfolk.